Hi everyone, hope you're well. Right, just a quick recap. I sold my XRV750 Africa Twin Adventure Sport because I didn't really like the tech on it and I wanted to get back to basics. So I sold that and bought an XRV750. It's a 2000 model and it had only done around 18,500 miles. It needed a little bit of work, so I bought the bike mainly for kind of winter time, for when I can't use my RDO3 or when I won't use my RDO3. And it's going to be kind of winter and long distance, so that's the kind of mods that I've done. Most of the work was just to get it road legal or road worthy. The bike had previously gone for an MOT, apparently not too long ago, but there was quite a bit wrong with it. So what I have done is I've ordered the lower foot pegs and the headlight guard from MDN special, but they're on back order, or at least the lower foot pegs are, so I'm hoping to receive those, I think roughly end of this week, maybe next week, not too sure. There's no rush for them though, but everything else is done, so I'm just going to go through the list of everything I've done and what I've spent. So let's have a look. So yeah, the headlight guard and the lower foot pegs aren't here yet. I have put a new fuel pump on. I discovered that the fuel pump was leaking. I actually thought the bike had an oil leak. The oil filter was leaking because somebody hadn't done it up properly, but what was actually happening, I thought there was a leak coming out of the gearbox seal, the shifter, but it was just fuel running down the back of the frame onto the chain and then getting flicked around and making it look like it was coming out of there. So I've put a new fuel pump on it. That was £25. Oh, the lower foot pegs and the headlight guard I think were around £150 together. So that's £25 on the fuel pump. I've put yellow headlight bulbs in and they are really yellow. They are. The ones that I put into my RDO3, they don't really look that yellow. They just look more like an old headlight that's got a yellow tinge to it, whereas these are exceptionally yellow. I'm going to put a list in the description. There'll be a list of all the parts I've bought. So they're the bulbs that I bought, Lunex. But like I say, I'll put a link in the description. I also bought new brake pads for the front, which were £50. The caliper, these calipers took 7 hours in total to remove and get apart to service. The slider pin had rounded off, was seized and bent, and that took hours to remove. We had to cut the brake pads off. All 4 pistons were completely seized. They had to be removed with like a bearing removal tool, a reverse hammer. We tried the compressed air and it wouldn't budge them. That's why I had basically only one piston was just about moving, which is why the brakes on the front were so bad. I also bought new brake discs, which were £120. What else did I do? Oh, I bought a new sprocket cover there because the original one had split, so I got one of those on eBay for £25. I fitted braided brake lines to the front brakes. The rear's already got a braided line, so I fitted braided on the front. They were £70. I did buy a master cylinder kit for the front brake, but I haven't actually fitted it because there's no need. It works fine now. I may fit it at a later date. So that was £30. The caliper rebuild kits were around £115. And that included like new pistons and everything. What else was there? The USB port, little double USB there, that was about £10. The voltmeter on the front, that was about £10. I fitted an Oxford accessories box under the seat to fit accessories to, obviously. That was about £40 I think. Fitted the Oxford heated grips. J&S are actually doing these. They're normally £200. They were doing them for 120, which was quite good money off. One word of warning though, do not use the glue that they provide. They insist that you use it. Do not use it. Buy the Renthal grip glue. The glue that came with these is literally super glue, and they tell you to put it over the handlebar inside the grip and then quickly slide it on. I did exactly what they said. I went to slide it on, it got halfway and got stuck. You know, and I wasn't messing around. I wasn't like slow with it. I pushed it really hard, gave it a twist as I did it, and it just got halfway and jammed, and then took an hour and a half to get off. And the only way I could get it off was to put grips like around that sort of part, and then hit the grips with a hammer and smash it off the handlebar. I'm surprised they still work, to be honest, but I'm really impressed with the actual heated grips. They are exceptionally warm. The lowest setting on these is hotter than the hottest setting on my old CRF on the like the Honda grips. What else did I do? I fitted a power bronze touring screen. Got the old stickers on there. Nothing to do with the fact that I scratched the screen when I was putting it on. So yeah, that was £60. I fitted a MOSFET regulator rectifier as well, so that was £120 from Electrics World, I think it is. Flushed the coolant out and put new Motul coolant in, so that was about £25. I fitted a new chain as well. It had new sprockets on it, but the previous owner hadn't fitted the new chain, so I bought a new chain and fitted that. It's got their super pinion on the front, so that's all good, and the drive shaft's really good. So yeah, that was another £90. I bought a seat cover from Rugged Roads. Actually fitted it myself with my friend Ian. I bought a air staple gun off of Amazon that was 30 quid, and just said, well, let's just give it a go, because if it goes wrong, all you've got to do is pick the staples out and try again. So I'm really pleased with that. Considering neither of us have ever fitted a seat cover before, I'm really pleased. The only thing I'm not pleased with is the actual cover. You can probably see it from here. The Honda has been printed a lot lower on that side in relation to the seam than on that side, so it makes the cover look like it's a bit wonky, which is really annoying for me, but the cover's actually straight. So that was, yeah, £55. And then I spent £20 just on some paint. Basically I painted up the down frame. This was quite rusty, so I just quickly painted that. There was also a fair bit of rust down that side. I had a spare one of these from my RDA3 rebuild, so yeah, just stuck that on as well because that was a bit worn. The paint I used, actually, this Hammerite Smooth, Silver Smooth, that is pretty much a perfect match for that frame, because I've painted around here and down here and sort of out that way, and you know you can't really see it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that as a paint match. I mean, this is, you know, I just gave it a quick really light rub down and just painted it just to get it protected. I'm going to do it all properly in the summertime when I'm out on my RDA3. I'll probably strip this right down and just powder coat the frame. I'm not going to do like a full restoration, it will just be a frame powder coat and build it back up. So yeah, they're the parts I've bought, and the bits, the bits that I've done. They've basically come to, what was it, I spent 3,600 on the bike. The parts came to around 1,150, so it's £4,750. Yeah, I mean, I spent a bit more than what I wanted to, but what I'm left with now is, for the winter time and for long distance, a really comfortable, well set up, cool, classic bike that I like to think isn't going to depreciate anywhere near as quickly as the CRF does. I mean, I bought the CRF 3 years ago for about 11,000 and I sold it for 7,800. So yeah, it loses roughly £1,000 a year, where, you know, because the mileage on this, I've just taken it past 19,000 now. So yeah, I mean, if I was to strip this down, powder coat the frame and just get it into really nice condition, you know, I could make a profit on it, but it's not what I'm about. And I just want to use it. That's another reason why I've got this, is because I love the RDA3 and I love riding it, and I find them really similar to ride. But it's just a bike that I don't have to be really precious about. The RDA3, I didn't always say I wouldn't be like it, but I'm so precious with that bike, it's ridiculous. So I just want something I can relax with, take it off road occasionally and just do the long distance, ride it for all the year, all the winters and everything, and not have to worry too much That doesn't mean for 1 second I don't care about the bike. I absolutely love it. But yeah, that's it basically. That's what I've done. I'm really happy with the bike. I've got out for a few hours on it, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this bike. I really am. So that's about it. So I hope that's been helpful, informative, entertaining, whatever. I did do quite a bit of footage of me actually working on the bike, but I did that on the GoPro, and I need to download editing suites and work out all the editing. I have done it before, but it's going to take a little while, and I'm really busy this week, so I probably won't get that video out for a week or two. But anyway, you'll take care. I'm off to Wales on Friday, by the way, so I might get some footage of that as well. I'm off to see my sister, so that'll be the first decent trip on the bike. Alright, you take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.